And that should be live. Go ahead and here, do this. Here, do this. Oop. Let the Discord peeps know. Live. Up on so promo. Give it a second. Wait for. See if anybody wants to show up. Wish I had some cool music to play for this part, but I do not. Nor do I really know how to go about playing music. Alright, what's up, Curtis? Joseph? I'm good. I am good. Thank you. How are you guys doing today? You are. Can you up your mic sound? Uh, let me see if I remember how to do this. Because there's a good chance I cannot. Maybe if I just talk a little louder? Because I honestly don't remember how. But I think I have it set up to where it says Magic the Gathering Arena, not Total War Ninja Hunt, unless I am mistaken. My birthday. It is my birthday today. Yay me. I cleaned the weeds and walked outside my house today, so I'm happy. That's good. Have you guys ever played Magic the Gathering before? Anybody ever play it? Oh, thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Joseph. Nope, nope. It's a card game. It's really fun. It's probably the most popular card game of all card games, and it's kind of the basis for most other card games. If you ever played Hearthstone or something, they kind of like take Magic and they make it slightly easier. So I'll go over what the rules of Magic are here real quick, and then I'll dive in. So it's for the most part it's standard 1 versus 1. Ugh. Yeah, there was a South Park episode about Magic, which was hilarious. It Here, I'll just take a look at one of them. So each player starts off with 20 health, and you get land cards, which is like this. This is just a basic one. There's 5 different colors: green, white, blue, red, black. They each have their own little specialties and such. And the land card gives you mana. Yep, one land can give you 1 mana, and you use that to pay. Like this guy cost 8 mana, so that means I have to have like 8 lands. And there's other ways to get mana, but for the most part. So, and you can only place 1 land per turn unless you have a spell or something that lets you do it more. So this is like a late game card. And like this is like an early game card. This one actually gives you mana. It's a really fun game. It's easy to learn, but it's like impossible to master, if that makes sense. That the basics of the game are quite easy. The knowledge of what to do, when, etc., building decks, that's where the hard part comes in. So I'm gonna do a draft, which means I get 3 packs, and then I select one, and it like pass. I don't know where if it just randomizes other cards, but normally if you're doing a draft, you're there with other people, and you take you'll everybody will open one of the packs. You take one card out of the pack, and then you pass the rest of the pack to the person to your right, and then you just keep going until that pack runs out. Then you open up the next pack, and you just do that until all 3 packs are done, and then you make a deck out of that. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. Competitive draft magic. Cost us some gems. Alright, here's my first pack. Detection Tower. Okay, so usually a pack comes with one, like, there's rarities of common, uncommon, rare, and mythic rare. So gold's rare, red's mythic rare. Oh, excuse me. My phone's a little messed up, and I have to use that for to look at chat. So now, what you generally want to do is you want to start forming what type of colors do you want to run, because if you try and draft all 5, that means you'll need all 5 different types of land, and that can make it really hard to get. So generally, you kind of want to stick to 1 to 2 colors in a draft. You can go 3. Anything more than that, you're crazy. See what we got here. All right, this is an artifact creature, so there's no color up here, which means you can use any type of mana for that. It doesn't have to have a specific color. But like this means I need at least 1 forest, which is the green one. This one means I need at least 2 islands to get to the 5. Got 3/2 for 4. Mediocre. This isn't a very good pack here, so it's kind of hard to determine what I want to go with. Cast an instant sorcery spell. This guy deals 2 damage. I never go red. I never go red in these drafts. So red land creates red mana? Yes, that is absolutely correct, Joseph. Red land makes red, black makes black, etc., etc. I said there was 5 colors: red, blue, black, green, and white. White's kind of like just the overall. I mean, there's all sorts of different. This game's been out for years, but like if a general thumb would be white like prevents damage and heals, red is like quick damage, black is like can kind of hurt you, but you kill other things. Uh, but blue's kind of like control-y, and you draw cards. And green's kind of like get more mana and play giant fat creatures, some big fatties. And then artifact creatures do everything. There's no category for artifact creatures. Gwent. Hey, I love Gwent. This game's very different than Gwent, but Gwent's a really fun game. Lacking shields in the front line. Hey, thanks, Reed. What set is this? This is the Magic 19 set, the core set. Core set version 19. So I usually do like black and green type of stuff. Sometimes blue. That's usually what I go with. Maybe we'll do something a little different. I've been failing at all my drafts lately, so maybe I'll try and do some red shenanigans. Something with red. Don't need any of that. Don't need that. So we'll go ahead and draft this. Yeah, I was a big fan of the Golgari back in the day. Of course, my favorite right now is I can't Grixis, the red, blue, black, which is Nicol Bolas, which is my favorite card in the game. So we're gonna go ahead and draft this Goblin. So now I'm assuming the game just auto generates another pack. I don't know how it works. I'm curious if this was just like somebody else's pack from at one point in time and they just toss it over to you. 4 mana for a 3/3 haste. It's okay. It's not great. 4 mana for a 4/2 2/2. What's this? Enchant creature gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. That's interesting. That means I can guarantee damage. That's pretty interesting. Can't be blocked by white creatures. When Plague Mare enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. That's that's an okay card. Here's a Golgari. The reason we say like Golgarian stuff is just because uh, back in the day, like when the color combination first happened, that's like what it became. That was what they named it. Good blue red is scary. Yeah, that's for sure. Where's the donate option? I don't know. I don't have I don't have any sort of donation stuff set up. I didn't really set out to do this to make money. I just figured people might enjoy watching some play. So I'm thinking maybe some green red. I don't know how good that is in just the core set here. Just by what I'm looking at. Untap two target creatures can't be blocked this turn. Up to two target creatures can't be blocked this turn. So we don't have any artifacts, and it's kind of hard to draft. You don't really want to draft a deck in this to like with a something in mind when you're drafting. Like, oh, I'm going in and I'm just gonna grab all that. I'm gonna make a blue artifact deck, and then like you go into your draft and you're drafting all these type of cards where it has that synergy, but then you don't get any artifacts, and it's like, well, I'm doomed. So you generally kind of want to look for cards that'll give you the best value. So we're just gonna go ahead and draft this and stick with our red for now. Okay, now what do we got here? +1/+1 has trample. Return it from the graveyard to your hand. That's pretty good. It's pretty good enchantment for this draft, for draft sakes. Maybe do some red-green shenanigans till end of turn. See, this deals 7 damage to a creature, which is good removal, but it costs 6 mana and it's a sorcery. Sorcery means I can only play this on my turn. Instants are spells that can be like this one. This can be played at any time during the game. So generally you want to do this type of stuff on your opponent's turn because your land's untapped during your turn. You don't want to spend your mana having to use something like that on your own turn. You want to try and play other cards on your turn, like sorceries or creatures. I kind of want some sorceries and stuff though, because it'll synergize with him a bit, and we'll want some removal. So we're gonna go ahead and take this. Not really a great card, but in draft it can work. This is a good card. Can't be countered. Can't be blocked by blue creatures. It can pump itself. It's not fantastic. This is a really good sideboard card, but might be able to make it work for us in the draft. Then again, this might be better because 1 life means it just kind of dies to anything. But it's only 2 mana. This guy's 4. This might still be around. We're gonna go draft this. Oh, we can get another one. Could go for a 5/4 body, but I think I'll take the haste. I think we're gonna try and go pretty aggressive, is what we're building towards right now. Eventually, it'll kind of filter down to a bunch of stuff that we don't want, but we could get this for the lulz. It's an artifact, so we can play it. Creates little 1/1 flyers whenever our creatures die, which might honestly just be the best thing. In the 1/3 mana sacrifice this deals 2 damage to any target. That's a removal. This could help us keep up our aggro though. So good this. Each 3 mana. Problem is you don't want to have too many drops of the same mana cost. We don't have any 3 drops. We're gonna take this for the lulz. Where do you see the mana cost? The mana cost is in the top right of the picture. Like I can't, like right here. I can't go over to the big picture of it, but you'll see in the top right it says 2. There's the number 2 and a blue, which means that's 3 mana. Oh, thank you. Who am I? Thank you, Archer. Glad you guys could join us. So this card's good. It's cheap. 2/1 can deal with a lot of 2 mana stuff. and it deals 2 damage when it comes out. Like I said, we're trying to go pretty aggressive, so we're gonna go ahead and take this. All creatures get +2/+0. That's not too bad. Whenever you cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. We're probably gonna take this because we're gonna be looking to. We can discard one of our obvious junk cards that we'll end up having in this game, and drawing cards is always really strong. All right, we're back to what looks like was our very first go. 3 mana for a 4/2 is pretty awful. Generally, you want your creatures to have more health, so that way it's harder for them to be removed from the board. But since we're just going all in on the red here, which is probably a terrible idea, but that's kind of what we're going with right now. So I'm not going to draft a mountain because we get all the lands anyway, and to pick this would be stupid. So now we have to we can start looking at other stuff in case we want to dive into another color. Blue's always solid. Like, I was thinking maybe green though, so we can get possibly some fat creatures to go. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we go with blue and try to do a little bit more control-y card draws, or should we get green and just get some fat bodies? I think the blue-red synergy will probably hold up better, but we can try. We can try blue-green. Blue, blue. All right. So we do have an artifact. 1/2. It'll only become a 2/2, which isn't great. We don't want this because we don't have enough artifacts to start sacrificing. So we're either going to get this little 1/2 guy, or up to 2 target creatures can't be blocked this turn. This will help keep up with our aggroness. We're going to go ahead and grab this one. I'll just take this because it's the only red card. Got another one of those can't be blocked. Another one too. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, we're on to the second pack now. So now it restarts. Pack number 2. Whenever you cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. This deals damage to any target. It's kind of like okay, this is probably what we're going to want. 5 mana, deals 5 damage. Not great, but look at this stuff. Can't be blocked this turn. Is it really expensive? 6 mana for a 4/6 is not good. And then I have to have a whole nother mana. We're looking for early game stuff. We're trying to win the game before anything gets going. But this could be a really good finishing card. Kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! In that you have like life points, essentially, and the creatures have health and everything. Magic cards, I guess, would be sorcery spells, and trap cards would be the closest thing to instants. Did that card have a typo on it? Lava Axe? I'm assuming, because this is the one that I was hovering over, I don't see a typo of any sort. But yeah, this is a good finisher card, so we're going to go ahead and take this one. Alright, looks like, so here's a mythic rare. Sacrifice any number of lands. That's already a bad idea. Search your library for up to that many land cards and put them on the battlefield tapped. Search your library for up to that many land cards. I guess so the only real use I could see in this is that if you have a card that can play lands from your graveyard, which are pretty rare, and definitely not going to be wanting to draft that for a draft. Whenever he enters the battlefield, target artifact you control becomes a creature with a base power of 5/5 as long as he remains on the battlefield. So this is a pretty good card. The only problem is we don't have a lot of artifacts. Now this 1 mana shock deals 2 damage. I can use that right away, probably kill a creature. There's a good chance I'll have something with 2 life. This is probably the better of the draft. This is a good card though. If this card's still around next time we come around, we'll snag that, but we're gonna go ahead and take a shot. So Fire Elemental, pretty garbage. 5 mana for 5/4. Doesn't do anything when it hits the board. It's just like playing a blank creature that offers nothing else. Creatures you control gain trample, and you get to draw a card. So this, we'll probably do this just because it lets us draw a card, and that'll help us cycle. I could do this, which I can steal one of their fatties for one of my junky creatures. That wouldn't be a bad idea. The old creature swap. Give him some garbage. I could try and draft some artifacts, but none of these artifacts really stand out. 2 mana for a 2/1. That's garbage. This one's decent. 3 mana for a ramp. You can tap. It's kind of like casting mana to play down essentially a land. But right now we're pretty cheap for the most part, so we don't really have to worry about ramping. Exchange control of 2 target creature. Alright, we're going to go ahead and stick with the red for now. Can get another 3/3 Minotaur. What does this thing do? Put a charge counter on it, tap, remove 3, take an extra turn. Okay, taking an extra turn is really strong. The only problem is that 4 mana and you have to tap it, which means you can't just constantly put counters on this. So that takes too long and too much of an investment before that actually pays off for you. So that's why we don't want anything like that. 4 mana, counter target creature spell, draw a card. Counter means that you prevent somebody from playing whatever that they're trying to play. So countering's really strong. It needs 2 blue though. I think we're better off just taking another 4 mana for a 3/3 haste. Haste means that as soon as we play it, we can attack with it right away. Will you be given mana to fill out your deck? Yes. Yeah, we get land cards no matter what. You don't have to draft those. Enchant creature gets -6/-0. Whenever it blocks, destroy it. That's not bad. That shuts down a creature. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. That's actually really good. We might actually take this and then hope that this guy's still around when he comes back around. But this can generate card value, and that's sort of what we want. We want to draw cards so we can keep feeding our attacks here. So we'll probably take this just because it's a little bit higher up. I mean, we could take 2 mana for. I mean, this is 2 mana for basically 2/2 stats. That's okay, which is okay. The only problem is that it's separated into 1/1 each. So if our opponent plays something like this, 3 mana, it's only 1 more turn. So if he goes first, he can put down a land. I put down a land. He puts down a land. Doesn't play anything. I put down a land. I play this. I have 2 1/1s. He plays this. He has a 3/3. I can't do anything to stop him. 3 mana for a 2/2. I can sack it for 2 mana. That's a interesting way for red to ramp, but we're staying for the most part pretty cheap. We're gonna go ahead and take this 4 mana for 4/3. He's got trample, which means if you have trample, so the number on the left is my attack stat, and the number on my right is my health stat. If you have trample, if your attack is over their health stat, whatever damage remains will go over and hit their life points. So if he has a 2/2 and he blocks my 4/3 with trample, 2 of the damage gets hit to their life or to their creature's life, and then the other 2 that remain will go through and hit my my opponent's life points there. So trample's a solid ability. We're kind of getting some garbage stuff here. 5 mana for a 3/5. I have to control blue creature. We don't really have any blue. We have 1 blue creature. It's all that we've gotten so far. And there's a good chance that we're going to bail and probably just be doing mono red. But in case we don't, we're going to take this 3 mana to draw 2 cards so we can refill our hand. Should we need to do so. Destroy target artifact. I don't know. Maybe I'll just draft a blue creature. We'll take this 4 mana for a 3/2 flyer. That'll help us stay aggressive. Should we need it. So we'll probably be dabbling into the blue bit. See, came back around. This guy's still hanging around. No, the game didn't pick it, or other players didn't pick. I don't really understand how the drafting system works in this game, because there's no other players here with me that I can watch draft stuff. All right, so now we're either going to take this This card bounces a permanent back, non-land permanent. Any card that remains on the field is a permanent. Lands, artifacts, creatures, all of that. Enchantments, those are all considered permanents. There's cool cards called Planeswalkers. They are very rare, so I won't go into it unless we draft one or see one. This could be a fatty for us in case it gets that far into the game. But we want to try and stay aggressive, so this would be better for us. He can play a creature and I can bounce it back and make him have to waste another turn playing it. Creatures your opponent's control get -2, -0, draw a card. We'll take the body. We need the bodies for blue. We got another one. Totally lost 2 mana. Put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. So this is really okay. Well, it's 5 mana. That's why it's not really good. But hey, Gabo, I'm doing a draft. I see this game is the classic 2 currency system in which is useless and the other is useful. Sort of. I mean, there's so many cards in this. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take this. So if he play whatever card he plays, I can just make it to where he puts that on top of his deck. And if he's like the reason that that's a good ability is because if he's trying to get to a card that will actually help him, this will actually just put it on right on top of his deck, and he won't be drawing whatever's useful for him. Oh, or I could draft another 3/3 haste. How many of these guys do I got for 4 mana? Okay, we have 3 of them. To get another one would be okay. Perhaps better than this, just because this is a 5 mana card. It's pretty expensive. You're getting into the mid range of expensiveness, and we're looking to hopefully have them close to being dead by then. So we're gonna go ahead and take this elemental. We'll take the garbage thing, and we got destroy artifact red card. All right, so we have a red rare card here. Sacrifice creature, exile top card of your deck. You may play that card this turn. So that can help you dig through your deck. But you still have to have the mana to play it. So that's where the fallback goes. That's why it's not an amazing card, but it can help you get to whatever you need if you desperately need something. We'll probably take this. 3 mana for a 3/2 Menace. That's not bad. Menace means he has to have at least 2 creatures and to be able to block this guy. He has to dedicate 2 of his creatures to just blocking my one guy. This is a decent card too, 3 mana. It's decent because it draws you a card. It's a 1/1 flyer. Usually, you can just sit there and poke somebody to death with it. I don't know what this thing does. Whenever you enter combat on your turn, +1/+1 counter no target creature you control. Creature gets fly until end turn. Now, obviously, we wouldn't draft this because we're not doing green, but I didn't know what that card was, so I wanted to see what it did. So we're probably going to go ahead and take this guy. 3/2 Menace. Hopefully, we can use that to murder our opponent quickly. Electrify. Deal 4 damage to target creature. Removal is really good in this game. Removal. So like they put down a creature, they invest their mana into it. I already have creatures on the board, and then I just kill their creature, and I can continue to murder them. So that's kind of what we're looking to do with this card. Destroy target land. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. This is interesting. This could actually really hurt somebody. Land destruction's really annoying. That game was half green, half blue. Yeah, that creature that I was highlighting was half green, half blue. There's color combination uh, cards in this game. So I mean, there's actually cards that are all 5 colors. Like there's every single combination out there. Sure strike. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike. So this is really good because it's only 2 mana. First strike means you deal your damage first. So I would hit him, and if I kill him, then he doesn't get to deal any damage back to me. So we could use this. You know, that could be a tricky spell there. Our good favorite guy who we've been drafting all game is back. This is a fun card. 5 mana. Each player loses half their life. then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the creatures they control rounded up each time. So that's like the type. That's like the definition of black in a nutshell. Black cards are really fun and probably my favorite color in the game. But we're not going for black, nor would I probably want to draft this card, because you would need a specific deck to want to run something like that. We're probably going to take. Oh man, I really want to take this, because land destruction is so good. And it can. Creatures without flying can't block this turn, which means I can pretty much get. There's a good chance I'll be able to get all my creatures on the board through. Then again, this will pretty much guarantee me that I kill whatever is trying to block me. Uh, I thought you liked big and black typically. Funny enough, you say that because I do. Like I said, black green are my favorite two colors, and like I said earlier, green means big creatures, and there are certainly big green and black creatures. Though I don't think in the current format that they have out on this game, which is all like some of the newer stuff. I don't think that there's any big black green combination creatures, but there are some black green creatures nonetheless. I think they kind of make smaller creatures for the black green combo in the current set. We're actually gonna go ahead and go with this. This will be more useful overall. Would black white work since you could heal? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not every black card kills you as well. Like this one has lifelink, and if you'll notice up here in the corner here, it says damage dealt by this creature or spell with lifelink also causes its controller to gain that much. So every time this creature deals damage, you heal. I mean, so there are black cards out there that heal. There's a black white is a typical vampire set right now in the current status. So uh, a lot of people like to run like specific creature types because it's called tribes is what they call it. So like if you run a vampire tribe deck where all your creatures are vampires, you run specific cards that would like buff vampire cards, etc. We're gonna go ahead and take this card. Uh, we can get another one of these, which I think is probably the best option. I feel like this card's gonna be really good. You'll catch a lot of players off guard with this type of stuff. Are there any combinations that don't really work? Seems like there's at least a little synergy across. Yes, there is. There are not colors that don't work together. You can make any type of color combination work. So now certain sets of cards, like this is all the core set for this draft, and everybody I'll be playing in this draft mode has core set. There's other sets where the color combinations won't work just because that set doesn't really have the color combination. But overall, if you're looking at all the cards across the board, yeah, every single color combo will work. Some are better than others. What do we got here? 1 mana for a 1/1. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. That could be pretty useful. I could take another Lava Axe to try and deal some more finishing blows. Like, we're looking just to rush down our opponent and kill him before he has a chance to do anything. I did have to draft a 4/2 guy earlier, this 3 mana 4/2, which is, like I said, normally a terrible card. If I could give him haste, we could maybe make that work, but we are going to go with Lava Axe by Brutos and try to kill our opponent, because that's just 5 mana for 5 damage directly. Now we could we could draft a third one of these, which is really good. Sorry, I'm not going over every card here, but I do want to get to the actual playing of the magics. This card's pretty good. 3 mana. I gain control of my opponent's creature. Untap it means whenever they attack or something, if the creature is tapped, that means it can't really do anything else. So it can't block or anything if the creature's tapped. This will untap it, and it gains haste, which means if he plays it right away, I can just steal it for that turn and use it to attack him. But once again, +3/+0 is a lot of attack, and first strike means I should hit him before he has a chance to hit me, which will keep my creatures on the board and his off the board. So we're going to go ahead and take that. If that other card's still around when it comes around, we'll take it. But another 3/3 haste. Okay, well, now we have, what was that, 4 sure strikes? Yep. This is going to be our token to winning it all. This is a good finisher card. Maybe run one of. Creatures you control gain trample. We don't have a whole lot of high damage creatures, so we're not really too worried about giving our guys trample. We just kind of want to kill stuff. We're going to go ahead and take this one. And that one again. Like 6. Yep. Destroy target land, so we're taking this one. And everything else is just going to be useless here. So we're probably abandoning the blue picks. Alright, now we got to construct our deck. For drafting, you only have 40 cards. So we're ditching everything that's not red right away. Well, or this artifact. We'll see what that puts us at. Sky, this card, this. So you want to be at as low as possible, because that way you can draw the answers that you need. So now we're just going to go through and find all the garbage cards and toss those that we had to take. Probably going to ditch one of these. All right, this guy's garbage. Ditching him. I don't see this card being very useful. 3 mana for a 2/2. Keeping that guy. Probably don't want this lightning mare. 45. Oh, almost forgot to ditch that one. Don't want that. Don't really want this because we can't guarantee that our opponents can you deck out. What do you mean by deck out? I don't understand what you mean. So we're ditching the destroy artifacts because we don't know if our opponents will even have artifacts. So the problem, running a card like that, if they don't even have artifacts, as you can see, I only have 2 in my deck right now. If I draw that card, it's essentially a dead card just sitting in my hand doing absolutely nothing for us. That is why you generally don't want to have something like that. If you don't have cards to draw, you lose. Yes. Yeah, there's actually decks in this game where their whole goal is to make you mill your deck, like draw, or it'll just take your cards straight from your deck and put them in the graveyard. And by the time that you ever have a chance to attempt to win or anything, you lose by not being able to draw a card. Trumpet's Blast. So we'll go down to 1 of that. And this is going to be our deck. So these 4 of these, we're really investing a lot in this, hoping that it'll pay off. Oh, excuse me. We got a couple, as drafts do. You have a lot of 1-ofs. We're really hoping that this 3/3 guy pays off for us. Worst way to lose at Hearthstone. Yeah, so I mean there's Hearthstone decks that essentially do the same thing. Sounds anti-fun. It's actually pretty fun. It's a pretty fun way to play the game. There's definitely anti-fun decks in this game though. All right, we're done. So we have 17 land. That's actually probably a bit too much because we have a low costing deck, so we don't really want to be drawing lands a whole lot. We're probably going to ditch 6, 5, 17. We're going to go down to 15, and that'll give us the option to put about 15. We're going to try, you know what, I better go to 16. We'll go 16, and that'll give us 1 more red card to put in our deck. What do we want to use? We might, as garbage as this guy is, nah, we'll just use this. This guy he can't be blocked by blue creatures, so if our opponent's running blue, we can just keep smacking him in the face, and he'll never be able to do anything, a whole lot about it. So, that's our deck. Now, I think you play best 2 out of 3 in the competitive draft. Keep playing best 2 out of 3 game matches until you lose or you reach 5 in a row. You get 2 chances to try and reach 5 wins, which gives you back the most rewards. There's 1,500 gems to enter, so what we're looking to get to is at least, all we really want is 3 wins. That's all that I really want to get to. Lately, I've been getting about 2 wins, and then I lose. Lose my second game. Alrighty. These people right here are called Planeswalkers. Those are special cards, and like I said, I'll go over them if we run into one. They are the most fun cards in the game, but we unfortunately did not get any. We have no creature cards in this hand, which is the exact opposite of what we want to do. But 3 land is a good start. We might be able to draw one. My opponent goes first, which means I get to draw on my first turn. He doesn't, but he gets a turn advantage. So if you're ever playing, you want to go first. Best 2 out of 3, the loser will go first on the following rounds. So we're gonna stick with this. Since I'm playing one color, I'm gonna turn auto tap on. Okay, it's already on. Generally, I have this off if I'm playing several other color decks because the game will tap the wrong lands and leave the wrong lands open for you, and it'll lose you the game and make you rage. He's got some red too, so he'll probably have some weaker stuff that'll die to like my removal and everything. So that's good for us. He's playing red white. We'll see what sorts of trickery he's doing. See, I'm drawing land right now, and that's the exact opposite of what we want. I can use this. What to get rid of? Maybe get rid of my Sure Strike, because I know we have 3 more. And I don't have any creatures to take advantage of that. I have to discard a card with this. And this will draw me 2 more cards. And I still haven't hit a creature. So that's not good. We're not off to a good start here. And we're drawing more land. More and more land all the time. We're going to go ahead and play this. Get this one out. So, all 3 of my lands tap. Okay, my opponent doesn't have any land to play, so he's actually getting screwed too. He's probably that means he's getting screwed the opposite way. End our turn. I don't have any creatures to play. He doesn't. Oh, he got land now, so 4 mana. He should be able to play something by now. Yep, there's a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, target player defending. Tap target creature defending player controls. That's okay, because we're just going to kill it. Come whenever he tries to attack us for 4 mana, I can deal 4 damage. He's only got 3 health. My turn. I'm drawing more land. So whereas we were supposed to have already done a bunch of damage by now. That was the goal of this deck, and we have done nothing. So we're just gonna end our turn. If he starts playing a bunch of fatties, we're gonna be screwed. Hey, he's got one of those. The 3/3 haste. This guy has the better ability of the 2 right now. I mean, he gets to attack us with them both, but overall, this guy will hurt us more. So he declares that. This is generally how you want to play your instants. So now, since this is an instant, I can play it at any time. We're going to go ahead and blow up this horse. He's dead. Now he gets to hit me for 3. Because I don't have enough burn spell to kill him. My turn. Hey, we got our first creature. And it's this guy. 4 mana. I think I have a nice little go here. Yep. So 2 mana to equip. This is that card that'll generate us more card value. So we're equipping that to our guy. And that'll stay on him until he dies. Or I choose to put it on something else. We will accept the card draw. We got our 3/2 Menace guy. That's pretty good. Because he's probably going to keep hitting us with this. He's already... Oh yeah, I killed this guy. That's why we're tied at health points. I had a feeling you would have a bad start. That's generally how it goes. Sometimes you just get really unlucky in this game, no matter how good you are. You just draw a bunch of one thing. He's got a bunch of creatures that have 3 life. So that makes it really difficult with our spell that only does 2 damage. We will attack. Attack. He will probably block with one of these creatures. He gave his guys vigilance. Nope, he's going to let us through. That was an interesting choice. Take action. I get to draw a card from that. I draw a land, which is unlucky. In my combat step. So now I'm in the second main phase. You can play creatures and sorceries during your main phases. instants can be played at any time. So we're going to go ahead and throw this guy out here. We'll probably use him to block, because otherwise he's going to kill us quicker than we're going to kill him. Let's just see what he decides to do, my brothers. He's got 5 mana. He can start dropping stuff that'll be bad. I have, out of all the cards in my deck, I have 22 cards left. And we are drawing 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. 7, 8, 9. We've drawn 9 of the... How much did I do? 16? 9 of our 16 land are in our hand right now. Which is absolutely awful. Okay, we can block. Or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can almost just burn him alive. You know what? We're gonna take it and hope that we can just shoot him with all of our damage. Hopefully he just ends his turn. That would be best for us. And he doesn't play any creatures to block ours. Okay, he's gonna kill my guy, so that sucks. He has 6 damage on the board. We're at 7. We still might be able to make this work, especially if I draw my other lava axe. Okay, we drew another land. that may have been the worst possible draw. So we're going to equip this, hit him, draw another card, and hopefully we'll get something good. He has to have 2 creatures to be able to block our guy. Hopefully he doesn't kill my guy. I don't think he will, though. Damage with a spell of some sort. We get the damage off. I'm drawing a card. I'm taking that action. Alright, we drew our haste guy, which would have been a useful draw this turn. But we didn't get him, because we are not lucky. I have 7 damage just sitting in my hand right here. So we're almost able to kill him. He'll be at 9 here. We can burn him. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go ahead and drop this bull. And we'll use him to block that bull, at the very least. That'll keep us alive. Unless he's got this card. It's a sorcery, so that's why he had to play it on his turn. Destroy target tap creature. My guy's tapped, so if he plays another one of those, we can go ahead and use that on our bull here. But 10 out of 6. I mean, if we hit him for another 3, we'll kill him. No, we won't. We won't kill him. Okay, we lose. That's how he kills us. He steals our creature, and we lose. Good game. We lose the first round. Like I said, it's a best 2 out of 3, so we still get more chances. In between, you can use any of your cards that you drafted for the game. They go to what you would call your sideboard. In constructed, In constructed, you play with 60 card decks, and you have a 15 card sideboard that you can run in the game. But we're not actually going to make any changes to our deck. That was just quite unlucky. We have 16. We could ditch. We're going to go ahead and go down to 15, but watch, as soon as we go down to 15, we are going to not draw any land now, somehow. Because that is what happens when you get unlucky one way. I will cut 1 land, and now I will draw almost all the land. Yet again, or I will not draw any land this time. Mulligan means that we reshuffle our whole hand, and we draw 1 less card. And you can keep doing that all the way down to 1 card. And you get to scry 1, which means we look at, if you mulligan, you get to scry 1. You get to look at the top card of your deck and decide if you want to keep it on the top or put it on the bottom. We have 2 land. That's okay. We can use these spells, but we don't have any creatures to use them with yet. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to pray that this works. Okay, consider believing in the heart of the cards. I have run it through my head a couple times. I'm more of a Seto Kaiba kind of guy with my Blue Eyes White Dragons. I will tell my opponent that he is an idiot for believing in the heart of cards, and then he will Exodia me. So okay, there we go. We got a creature. We can play it. He comes out. He shoots my opponent for 2 damage already. We are moving along better than we were last time. Now we're hoping to get, well, a dream would be about 2 more land. Okay, there's one. See, he's got 3-1, no stats. Both of our guys kill each other, but I can give mine first strike. So we're going to go ahead and attack and see if he wants to block. If he does, we will give our guy first strike and kill his guy. He has fallen into our trap, like the noob he is. Always come prepared. Like I said, I have first strike, so I deal my damage first. With that card, gives our guy first strike. And we have another one for... Okay, he's just going to play an equipment and pass. Oh, man. If we had one more land, we could blow up one of his lands right now. That hurts a player so bad. So, like I said, if we would have drawn one more land, we would have been in really good shape. So we're just going to play an equipment as well. And we will attack him. And our turn is over. We are hoping for one more land, my brothers. He's going to play the 3-3 hasty guy. I would like to draw and play mine as well. He can, for 2 mana, equip and give his guy +2/+0. He's considering saving his guy to block. He's getting scared that we are going to kill him too fast, or that he probably doesn't want me to draw a card, which would be the smart thing. But he may have goofed. We are going to equip this, because he has no way to stop our guy from hitting him. And we want to draw cards, because drawing cards is really good. Land gives mana per turn. Yes. Yes, I will draw the card. Alright, there's our land. There was our missing land. That is really good for us. And our turn. So, you tap a land and it gives you a mana. You're not John Tan. Yeah, I know. Me and him both like the meme. The do you know the way meme. Let's see what he does. He's equipping that, which is a good idea. He is now going to hit me for 5 damage, which is far more than I'm dealing out right now. However, he doesn't know that I'm going to be playing a 3-3 next turn, so we're okay to take that 5. Because all we have, I mean, if we get him down to 5 life, oh, actually I only have 4 mana, so I can't kill him just yet, but that sucks. That'll kill our guy. But if I attack him with my 2-1 and my 3-3 at the same time, he will probably block the 3-3, or he'll take more damage if he blocks the 2-1 and prevents me from drawing, which might actually be the better thing to do in his case. Does this thing do anything else? Nope, just 3-2. Okay, it was only 3 mana. So we're coming in hot. We'll see what he wants to block. He's going to stop me from drawing a card. Probably the better idea. That was probably the better move. We're going to take another 5 hit here. We're getting him low. We're getting there. The new Hearthstone. Shut up, Dov. This is not Hearthstone. We are getting low ourselves. 2/1/1s. He can now chump block us a couple times. But we drew our 5th land. So what we will do is we will not attack. We want to save our 2 mana so we can give our guy first strike. We will actually attack. We will play our creature here. 3-1. Like I said, that'll die to anything out here. He's just there to look cool and have fun. But we are going to save mana so we can give one of our guys first strike. And kill his guy. Yes. Dov played his Blood Bowl match earlier for anybody who didn't see it against the Halflings. He is the Dwarfs, and he managed to stat increase his runner to a 4 strength, which will make it very difficult, and I hate Dwarfs, and I really hope that I make it to playoffs and Dov doesn't because I hate Dwarfs. We can only hope that Dov's luck will give him that injured permanent strength injury player for the lulz as well. That would just be a kick in the shin. Alright, that's fine. He can tap down our stuff whenever he attacks, but his guy doesn't have haste there, so he can't tap any of our guys down. He will swing with probably everything. I wouldn't be shocked. Oh, he's just going to pass his turn. That was unexpected. I was really hoping he would attack. We could play this Desecrated Tomb and still have enough mana for our other card. Is this what I want to play? Yeah, we'll get ourselves some bats, possibly. 3/3, 5/3. Combat. He'll just block a goblin to this, so we don't want to attack with this guy. Might be able to bait him into blocking our Minotaur here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We're going to attack. Hope he takes the bait. He will block with one of his 3/3s, most likely, or he'll block with a 1/1 for the chump block. He is not going to block at all. That's interesting. 3, 6. 6 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can kill him. So we're going to go ahead and use this. Alright, so if we survive this turn, we win. We will kill him with our lava axe. We're obviously just going to chump block here. Oh, he taps down my guy. I'm an idiot. I am very stupid, and I deserve to lose that match. I forgot that he would tap down our guy and make us lose the game. You can't block once your guy's tapped, as I said earlier, and I am an idiot. And that was a terrible, terrible play on my part. Let's go again. What time are we looking at? It is 4:27, right? Yep. About 4:30. We have time. If I lose this, I'll do a little bit of constructed just to show you guys some of the decks that I actually use. You can just search for competitive constructed and stuff. Alright, so hopefully if we keep the sand, we won't draw any more land, really. We'll want one eventually, but we don't need one for a while. Hopefully we just keep drawing some more stuff, like creatures and spells would be would be ideal. We are waiting for our opponent to decide if he wants to keep. He is keeping. We are going first, which is even better. I'll be able to show you guys some Planeswalker cards and stuff, and like I said, they're the coolest cards in the game, in my opinion. We're playing this guy. We're getting some early damage in. We're against a blue opponent of some sort, so if we draw that red horsey, maybe we can make use of it. Blue, red, black. He's gone 3 colors. That is ballsy. 3 mana. We're playing this Gabo. He'll deal damage anytime I play any sort of spell. We don't have any in our hand except for Lava Axe, but so his ability's not too relevant right now. Plays another body on the board to help us kill stuff. Playing a 2/2. We draw a burn spell. Nope, no burn spell, but he can still block our guy, but this is gonna ignite him to deal 2 damage to my opponent. And I destroy a land, which is gonna really set him back because we're at 4, he's at 3. He's gonna go down 2. He can only go up to a possible 3 mana next turn. We're destroying this land. Land destruction is, like I said, super annoying to deal with. Now we're coming in hot. He'll probably trade here, as I would expect him to. Yep, that was a smart move. But we are killing our opponent. This was the ideal. Turn 4, he's already almost dead. We're getting there. That is how our deck is supposed to work. Because he's playing multiple colors, a lot of these dual land cards come in tapped, which means you don't get the mana out of it for that turn. We're up to 5, so we can Lava Axe him now. 5, 6, 7. We don't need to. We're going to come at him hot. We want to get that damage in as quickly as possible. All attack. So we're hitting him for 5 right now. This match is looking like it's... Oh, he's bouncing that back to my hand. That was a good play. It's a good stall. He's up to 4 land now, so he might be able to drop something. Something that we'll have to deal with. He's going to play his 4/3. Trampler. Oh, we are drawing more land, which is now not anything that we want. I'm going to play my 3/3. Nah. Oh, man, should I play the curve? 4/3. If I do this guy, I won't attack this turn because my guy would just die. If I play this guy, I can attack with them both. I'll probably block here, so his guy stays alive, but he'll be down to 7. We're going to play it a little risky, and we're going to wait him out a turn. down the bottom. Blood Bowl is up on the channel. That is definitely a question for Dom, but I cannot answer for you. It's giving my guy -6, -0, which means my guy is basically dead in the water. We're drawing more land, which is always terrible. We're going to play our haste guy again and go back on the attack. Whatever my guy blocks, he will die, but he will stop the attack. Except for his guy's trample, which means since my guy gets sacrificed by this card, it says whenever enchanted creature blocks, destroy it. So if I block his guy, his trample effect will actually mean that none of the damage is blocked and all trample over. So it won't really stop anything from him. We're going in hot with these guys. All we have to do is get him down to 5 and we win. He's going to block my 3/3, train out his creature. And I might get 2 damage through. He still has 2 mana. There's a chance he can kill. Oh, he's got one of those cards. So he's got the first strike. He knows that he's getting low. He's probably worried that I have a burn spell of some sort. 3/2. Yep. 5, 6, 7. Alright, all we have to do is deal 1 damage, which is a sad day for us because we cannot deal anything to him. He's going to draw 2 cards. Seems good. Click land. Alright, I'm drawing more land. That's good. By that, I mean it's terrible. I went down... Or what am I? Am I still at 16 land or am I at 15? Regardless, I've drawn the majority of my lands now. 3/7. Whenever your creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. That is really bad. We may have just lost the game because we were just a little slow on getting to the kill. He's going to draw cards, refill his hand, slowly kill us. But I can't afford to use my burn spells on this when I'm praying to God that I draw another burn spell. Though I don't know if I have one. I have that card that actually deals 7 damage to a creature. If I could draw that, that would be wonderful. I am not going to draw that card though. So, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to play this guy. Alright, yeah, well, we got nothing to do here, so we're just going to end our turn. Am I down to 15 land? Yeah, that sucks for us that we would draw this many. It's 24 perfectly good cards in this deck. Very few of them are land because we have the majority of our land. He's got Dragon, 3/3. Can pay 3 to have it deal 3 damage to any target. That sucks for us. 3, 5. Okay, he's not. I don't think he has kicked it. Oh, I guess he did. Cost 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, he's kicking it now, so he's just gonna shoot one of our creatures. Yep. That guy's dead. He can just slowly kill us with all his flying stuff right now. I've never played Magic the Gathering. I'm just gonna watch and nod along. As I have a mini gathering, a gathering in real life. Fair enough, Captain Hustle. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, man. I'll be happy to explain. I've been playing Magic for a long time. So he gets to draw 2 cards and refill his hand and keep killing me, and I can't get through because I have a card that deals 2 damage to something, which is totally useless. Except for we want to use it to kill him, but if I draw my other Lava Axe, we'll stand a chance. I know I have at least another Lava Axe in here. And that is a land. that is terrible. We are going to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He can hit us for 12. We lose. We just lost the game. He has 12 damage on the board because he'll trample over our guy if I block. So that sucks. This draft is already over. We have officially lost. We'll shoot him for 5 and shoot him for 1, so he knows just how close we were to killing him. I like to imagine that he is a little scared right now. We will go ahead and attack with everything and pray that he accidentally clicks to not block. It seems like he was not that dumb, and he is going to block. So, we got unlucky. Yet again. That was pretty unlucky. Oh, this is best 2 out of 3, though. I forgot that this is just the first round. What does having lots of mountains mean? That means I have lots of mana to play cards. If you look up in the top right of a card, like here, there's a 5 and 2 blues. That means he needs 7 mana total, 5 of anything he wants, and 2 blues at least. I have a very cheap deck, so the ideal thing is that I'm not drawing a bunch of lands. Okay, I'm at 16. We are going down to 15. Uh, and we're going to add another red card. And pray that helps us. What's the deal with flying creatures? Creatures with flying can fly over creatures that don't have flying. So flying creatures can only be blocked by other creatures that have flying, or there's abilities called reach, where that means that they can block flying, but if they attack themselves, they don't have flying. What does happen? Okay, I already read that one. Yeah, that was just pretty unlucky, honestly, yet again. But it happens. Unfortunately, that will make for a quick draft of us drawing almost all our land when we're hardly running any lands. Okay, we have 2 land this time, and a really cheap hand. If we draw 1 land, we are going to be in good shape. I get to go first because I lost. So like I was saying earlier, like you see right here, Count Hustle, that in the top right corner there is a fireball, which is what the red land generates. Play that land and pass our turn. So it takes 1 of the red kind to be able to use this card at all. This one can be 1 of the red kind and 1 of any color. We are done. Okay, we're playing another one of these guys. We have 1 of these guys in our deck. He's a decent card. We're really hoping to draw 1 land now. And we are going to... Oh, we are in very good shape, my brothers. We are going to murder him. Unless he plays... Okay, I was going to say, if he plays a counter right there, I'd be super sad. We are going in for the kill. He might bounce our guy back. Oh, he's going to bounce our 3-2 back, which means that I essentially wasted my turn there, which is a good play by him. Sit in the corner watching. Doesn't mean you've been in an orgy. He's drawn cards. We're okay with that. Draw more land, which is fine now. That's okay. We are about at the maximum limit of lands that we want, though. We're coming in hot, and we are ending our turn. So we want stuff that's going to keep us... if we draw the 3-3 haste guy, that would be ideal. So this is just a 1-1 to let him draw. He's going to plan to block here and kill my guy, but we are going to just shock his guy and kill it. He gets to draw a card by playing it still, because it's whenever it entered the battlefield. But his guy is dead, and now I'm going to hit him for damage. Oh, that is juicy, my friends. That is exactly what we wanted. I have 4 of those, so that should happen, more likely than not. And he is almost within killing range now. I mean, we have over lethal on board. He gives up, and we are going to round 3. Ready for game 3. So ditching that land seems to have hopefully worked. I think I will have to edit my deck after this and make sure that those changes stick. Because normally your deck just goes back to how you have it before you mess with it on a sideboard. I don't know if a draft keeps it that way or not. I'm also getting very hungry. Quick drink of water. Alright, he obviously messed with his deck a little bit there. That's why it was taking him so long. So hopefully whatever he put in his deck to help him do better this round doesn't actually help him do better. That's what we're hoping for. What the hell? Happy birthday, Pwn. Thank you very much, Mishka. Mishka. I feel like it should be more Russian sounding. Alright, we got 3 land, a 2 mana, a 3 drop, and 2 4 drops with haste. So this is an ideal starting hand. If we draw another land, that would be beautiful. And then we don't want to draw any more lands after that 4th land. But this is another good aggro hand. He gets to go first, though, unfortunately, because I won that last round. That's a good card. Like I said, going 3... Generally, you don't go 3 colors. That's a ballsy move. Next turn, he can kill our guy. We drew our land that we needed. Shooting him for 2. I'm almost certain we only have one of these guys, and we've drawn him every single game, so that's pretty lucky for us. That's about the only luck that we pretty much had, though. So, no, I don't want to mute him. I don't need to mute him. How do we? Oh, there we go. All right, now we're drawing more land, which is not what we want. I should have attacked first to make him blow that and kill my guy. That was a dumb move to play my creature first and super newbie. But when I'm trying to look at chat, I'm gonna make stupid moves like that. Where's your Charizard? I have a holographic one somewhere in my deck. I just haven't hit it yet. He's deciding if he wants to blow up my guy and stop the damage or blow up my special goblin here. We'll see what he does. Oh, he's gonna hit my special goblin, which is a bummer. We would have liked to have had him stay alive. And that's what, if I would have attacked, he would have did that, and then I could have played that goblin on my second main phase. Everything would have worked out better, and I wouldn't have looked like such an idiot. Okay, now we get to decide if we want to kill his creature with this or with this, and we're probably going to choose this because this is overall going to be safer for us to kill him with something. We will attack. He may not even block because he may fear that we're just going to kill his guy anyway. If he chooses to block, we will kill his guy. He's choosing to block, so we're going to keep our guy alive and kill his. And that is our turn. So we still have board presence. We can still blow up a creature if it comes out. Ideally, he won't play a creature here, but he's going to. 0/5. What does this thing do? Can't be blocked by green creatures. Whenever it deals combat damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. 2 mana to give it +2, -2 until end of turn. Okay, so what he's gonna probably throw a block. 5, 4. That'll bring down to 3. So he's probably gonna block and kill this guy, and we're okay with that because we have another one ready to go. The game's asking him if he's cool with this, because since he has this activatable ability, he'll pretty much pause during any moment. So he can kill either one of our guys. He can kill this guy for free, essentially. I think he'll go for the block here rather than take the 3. Seems like a home run. I'm at work, so just stopping by to say happy B-Day, man. Thank you, Cold Rage. I appreciate it. He's going to block here. He's going to buff his guy, which means my guy's kind of dying for free, but I get 3 damage in. I didn't think he would do that, but if he wants to attack us and draw a card and discard, I could understand, but letting me get... That would enable me to get 6 damage through. Not that he knows that, but it would be a mistake on his part. He'll probably... I think he'll just save his guy to block and try and trade, but then once he gives his guy to +2, -2, which means his guy will be a 2/3. He would have to do it twice to kill my guy. You know, well, ideally right now he could just block, and actually I can't kill him. But with this spell, I can kill him. He's got to play a 3/3. We're going to have to just kill that creature, unfortunately, which is going to slow us down quite a bit. 4, 5, 6. So we're going to play this. And we're going to shoot here. Kill that dragon, and our turn is going to be over. Because if we attack, you can just block, and there's nothing it'll just be a dead attack for no reason. 3/2 menace. We know that guy. We have one of those. He's drawing a lot of land, so we're getting lucky there. But we're getting unlucky because we are drawing a lot of land as well. Play my other Minotaur. And our turn's going to be over because we still can't really do anything to kill. I guess I should have equipped these gloves. Oh, luckily it's asking him if he wants to do stuff, so my turn didn't instant in there. We're equipping that, and we're calling it our turn. So this is going to get a little intense because I'm drawing land. He's drawing land. Odds are he's probably running more land than we are, but he's getting a better board presence than I am. The 4-2 that really doesn't do anything for us. And our turn's over yet again. So now we're just going to sit here and blast out creatures, but he's got some fatties in his deck. I don't. This guy can't be blocked by blue creatures, which is actually going to be pretty good here. He has this 3-2. If we draw a burn spell, that'd be beautiful. But we are probably going to put... probably going to put this card on, or keep it on this guy, just so he has to block him and not let me draw cards. Because if he lets me draw cards at this point, he's in trouble. Thanks you, Jesus Christ. I appreciate it. My turn again. Okay, I got a 4-4. 4-3 trample. We're going to play him. We're getting a better board, so next turn we'll probably attack. Assuming that he doesn't, depending on what he plays. He's going to play another land, which is good for us, which means he's just getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 9 land. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 2 more land than us. We're probably running less land than he is. We got our first strike. This is really good. Now's the time to attack. We are going to go all in. Here comes the pain. Depending on what he does, will depend on who we save. He can only block my horsey here, and he has to block him because I can pump my horse. So we're probably going to be giving our horse first strike. Just so his guy dies, my horse lives, and he won't be able to block him with the remaining creatures on the board. That makes sense. Across the board, I'm getting through with, oh my gosh, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. This is really good for us. This was a really good draw here. I'm going to trample over right here too. This is stupid right here. This was a terrible block. If he would have blocked this guy, it would have stopped all my damage, and he would have got would have stopped all my damage. None of it would trample over, and we would trade. So he is making a huge mistake right here. He's going to bounce back. Okay, so now he's going to trade our creature here. He's bouncing back my my horse. Nothing I can do about that. So my 4-3 is going to die, but his bird's still dying. Yep, 3 damage. Tramples over for 1, and then my guy dies. And we got a much better board state than he does. Play our horse again, and our turn is over. So, we have to rely... Hopefully he keeps drawing land. That would be beautiful if he just keeps playing out land here. I don't have anything worth doing. Alright, he didn't draw anything good. He's at 5. I just drew 5 damage. If he doesn't have a counter, we win right here. There's a good chance he doesn't, because most people don't try and run counters. We got him. We got him. We got a winning. Alright. We get some stuff. What's this chick? Double strike. I can't use this. I don't get to use these cards in the draft, by the way. This is just to my overall collection. Double strike means that they do first strike damage, and then they hit again with normal for normal. Thank you, Canyo Bay. I appreciate it. These are little energy tokens. We're not really going to worry about that because there's nothing in this current format of the core set that gives you any of that. So, yep, I am 27 years old. Isn't that exciting? I am a young adult. Living la vida loca. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for singing that bit. Alright, we got 1 land. This is garbage. We're going to mulligan. We need more than 1 land to go off of. Isn't it all it is cracked up to be? Yeah, no, it's really not. Alright, we got a bunch of 2-drops and 2 mana, so that's good. I get to go first, which is good, and since I'm mulliganed, I get to decide if I want to keep the top card of my deck or not, which is going to be really good as well. What kind of cake did I get? I did not get any cake. We will take that extra land, because we'll probably need it. Hopefully there's not more land after this draw. Yeah, I did not eat any cake. Oh, kill him. We are going to go... Oh, he's got a black, so he has a good chance to just straight up kill our creatures. He's got some black going. I think it'd be best if we play our horse and try and get the 3 damage through before he drops something to block it. Because this guy's going to deal 2 damage no matter what. Alright, he has passed his turn. So now we do what we should do and attack before you play your stuff. Alright, he had no way to do anything to our guy, so we are actually going to play this Desecrated Tomb. So that way, if he does decide to kill our guy, we can get a 1/1 bat. 1/1 little flying bat there to just keep poking him to death with. He's playing black-green. This guy's got Death Touch, which means no matter what, if he does 1 damage to our any of our creatures, it will die. But we can give our guy first strike. So we're going to play this. Shoots him for 2. And we are going to attack. He will block. And we will give our guy first strike. So he doesn't get to deal any damage to our guy. Because we kill him before he has a chance to. Alright, we are really hoping we don't draw any lands for a little bit here. We want some more tools to use. This Lava Axe doesn't need to be used yet. That is not good. That is quite bad, actually. But we can still keep attacking. Because, like I said, he'll block probably our 3/1 if he was smart. He is, and he is. Which will give us a little 1/1 bat to replace it with. And we can keep up our aggression. Okay, why didn't that work? Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard. Okay, I read this card completely wrong. So I have to bring cards out of my graveyard for this thing to do anything. And I don't have any way to do that. So this card is completely useless. And I am an idiot for not being able to read correctly. Now that I look at it, I realize the error in my ways. And that makes more sense why this is better in black decks. Because black decks have a lot to do with getting stuff out of your graveyard. We're getting close to kill range. He can block here, which won't kill my guy, and I can get through, so we're going to go ahead and try that. Hopefully he doesn't have any buffs or anything. Actually, if he blocks here, we'll just shock and kill his creature. Okay, he's going to block there. That's a bummer. But I understand why he does it. Oh, he's going to kill our guys. He's clearing our board, and there's nothing we can do about it. This is not good, my brothers. I know you said it a while ago, Mishka, but if I managed to get Cookie Cake, that would probably be ideal. That's my ideal type of cake. He'd get +1/+1 and trample. Not that I could really kill it anyway, but now it's just even harder to kill, and he can trample through me. We are probably screwed, and we are, though he's close to dying, I mean, we can draw maybe another 3/3 haste. Nope, we are in big trouble. He's going to start playing more creatures, and he'll be able to block. If we would have drew our 4 mana 3/3 haste guy, that would have been awesome. He's hitting us again. Alright, we're going to draw more land. Now we can Lava Axe him, which does not win us the game, though. Cookie Cake, like cookie dough ice cream stuff. Never heard of the term Cookie Cake before. Interesting. It's basically it's a giant chocolate chip cookie that has icing on it. That is the best way to describe it. Because that's what, I mean, the cookie cake, it's not like your standard like crunchy cookie or something, but alright, this is okay. This guy is a 3/2 menace, which means he has to have 2 guys to block us. We can buff him when we attack. Hopefully get through. We're just going to shock him now while we still have the mana. Actually, I should have waited until the end of his turn. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Our turn is over. I did the Googles, and it looks adorable. It is amazing. There are big ones. You know, usually a lot of people... Usually there's always icing around the edge, and then a lot of people will write, you know, like happy birthday, whatever, on on the cake. We're waiting for him to do. He clearly has a move he can do, but he is not doing it. That is why this is stopped right now. Now he can set it to where it never does that, so that way I will never know, but nobody does. Hopefully he decides to attack me. Okay, that's good, because now he can't block. Like I said, my guy's Menace. He has to use 2 guys to block. We are very close to kill. Oh my gosh, we just won. We have 9 damage now. Combat, attack. I don't know if he knows that my guy has Menace or not, or he probably wasn't that afraid of a 3 damage hitting him. 1 attack. He declares blockers, which he can't. If he has a spell to kill my guy, that okay. We did not just win. In fact, we probably just lost instead. So that's a bummer. I saw the goal right there in front of me, and it was taken from me. Damage. We're gonna go and lava axe him now, because if I'm not mistaken, I have another lava axe, and if I draw my other lava axe, we win. If I don't, well, then sucks to be me. Went to this cake place in Preston, and they have an amazing thing where you just melt a giant cookie and give it to you. That sounds amazing. I love cookie dough and cookies. I don't eat them a whole lot, but they are always delicious. I would certainly try that in Preston. I went to this cake place in Preston. Where's Preston at? Is that stateside or is that in the UK? Turn 2 target creature cards from graveyard to your hand. All he has is that Death Touch guy. Means he has a blocker in case we draw haste. Our only hope is to draw Lava Axe, and we draw land. So, he got us. He got us this first round. It's north. It's in the north of the UK. Okay. Okay, the changes I had made got taken away, but we're ditching this. We're ditching this. We are taking this ogre guy and do another body. This draws us a card, so we'll just take this just to rotate a card. He hasn't played any artifacts yet. Yeah, can't destroy enchantments. Is that what we want? It's 2+0 until end of turn. We're usually tapped out though. Yeah, we'll go for that. He is making changes to his deck. Man, you guys can't believe you haven't heard of cookie cake, Michelle. It's like a staple. Love cookie cake. We have like normal cake, cookie cake, ice cream cake. Then of course you have like cheesecakes and stuff, but that's not really something that you just serve for somebody on their birthday. It's more of like a special occasion type of thing. Not birthday special occasion, other special occasions such as holidays. What's your address? I'll send you some Oreos. I have had Oreos before, unless you were talking to somebody else. I do love Oreos. I love Oreos in my shakes. A nice chocolate shake with Oreos smashed in it is always good for the Oreo concrete. Here it's just classic birthday cake with 2 to 3 layers of ice cream. Yeah, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. So we have no land. What appears to be a good hand is shut down by the fact that we have no land and we can't play anything. So we're mulliganing. Alright, now we got 4 land and some garbage stuff. I mean, this is okay, but we'll probably discard this card to draw 2. Draw 2 more cards. That's going to the bottom of our deck. We don't want to draw another land. Brownie's really good too. Putting brownie in like a shake is wonderful. Brownies for a long time were my favorite dessert. So we're gonna play this. We're discarding this. And we're drawing 2 new cards. And we still don't have any creatures, which is not good. I hate this. Now I want cake, but I'm too lazy to walk to the shops and buy cake. That's good. Cake's not good for you anyway. You kind of seem like a fruitcake. Hilarious. Hello? We are in trouble because we are drawing land, and we only have 15 land, and we have already hit 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the cards we have drawn are land out of 40 cards, 15 of which are land. There's a creature. Nope. Shoot him. End our turn. If he attacks us, we can give our guy first strike and kill this guy. Spreading fake news about Cake. Cake is amazing for you. Don't listen to Poe. It's biased because he wants them all to himself. I do love Cake. Actually, Cake's okay. I like chocolate cake. I'm not a very big fan of vanilla cake. We're gonna buff our guy, give him first strike, hopefully kill this guy, and keep our guy alive. He might just use a spell to kill our guy though. Nope. We survived. He's playing another one, so it is what it is. We're going to attack. Hopefully he blocks. He probably won't because he doesn't want this goblin guy alive. Oh, he's going to. That's okay with us. So we'll trade creatures there. His 5 mana. What's he gonna do? He is thinking long and hard. Looks like he's looking at graveyards, so he's probably gonna affect the graveyard in some way. Nope. Lets him gain a life at the start of his turn, and he can pay 3 mana to draw. If he doesn't have anything good, it might be worth just sacking that. Oh, we got a double lava axe. This is actually pretty good. So we'll shoot him for 5. That'll trigger this guy to shoot him for another 2. So that's 7 damage. Now we attack. And we can deal 7 damage to him again. Next turn. Attack. Chocolate always makes me feel ill. It tastes amazing, but I can only take little bites. When I was younger, I used to eat all sorts of chocolate. Chocolate cake, chocolate shakes. Chocolate shakes is my absolute most favorite thing ever. There's probably a Skittles cake out there somewhere. Yeah, that would be gross. I don't think I'd like that. In a Sada, they sell 15 donuts for 2 euros. I assume that's euros. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And it's hard living with the fact that we'll someday lose the battle not to buy them. I saw a Skittles milkshake before. Gross. Also, a Sada, coincidentally. Okay, he just killed my guy while I wasn't looking. That sucks. 5, 6, 7. We have 7 damage. If he wouldn't have killed our guy, we would have won. So that sucks for us. And now he's going to keep healing, which is also extremely bad. Healing is the best way to shut down aggro decks like mine. The other best way to shut down aggro decks like mine is watching me just draw a bunch of land and not any aggro stuff. That is the next best way to beat me. I'm just gonna pass our turn. Alright, we got a 3/3 haste. Hopefully he doesn't have a kill spell. He's got a kill spell. That sucks. He's gonna get another health now. We are watching the victory slowly go out of our grasp as he just heals 1 life per turn. E is Euro. Oh. Well, that looks awfully similar. To be fair, Count Hustle. They both look like E's. I said, is the English version of Walmart. You guys don't have just Walmarts over there? Do also the Hoosier people go there? Because essentially what Walmart is for. when this thing dies, he gains 2 health. He put in a bunch of gain health cards, which really sucks for us. That's probably one of the sideboard cards they put in. As much as I'd like to just shoot it with a shock, that'll actually help him because they'll gain 2 health. We're probably going to just surrender and lose right here, and then maybe play a constructed match or two so I can show you. I actually prefer doing constructed because I like playing with fun cards. Okay, I drew this. We're just going to lava axe him, and we will shock him, and we'll see what we draw next turn. That'll determine whether or not we quit or not. He's down to 5. I have no more lava axes in my deck. Our money has the queen on it, and it's plastic, so you can't rip it or ruin it in the washing. Interesting. I lose 3 life, he gains 3 life. That's really good for him to gain more life. He had a lot of life gain. I drew a 3/3, but he can block, so we lose. I will tell him good game. Good game. I could spawn. Best of luck to his other games. As you can tell, I don't play a whole lot of well, I just hit the very first tier for constructed, so I don't play this a whole lot. Or for drafting. So now we get to get our 1 win. We managed to beat 1 player in a best 2 out of 3 with that deck. So that is pretty awful. I get 2 packs though, so that's okay. Let's see what I opened. This is just a wild card, which means it I can redeem this token for any common card in the game. I'll show you a little bit. I got a legendary creature. Just a normal rare ranking. 6 mana. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create 1/1 white creature token for each non-token creature you control. So this would be a card for a deck that puts a lot of creatures on the board. You don't want a bunch of tokens. You just want a bunch of normal creatures, and this will spawn a bunch of tokens for you. Generally, those types of decks, then you find ways to buff up all the creatures on your board, and you just overrun your opponent. Not my type of deck, really, in this type of game, but to each their own. What do we got here? Equipped creature gets +2/+0 as Vigilance. Vigilance means that it will not tap whenever it attacks. It will always be upright, and is a knight in addition to its other types. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. That's attacking. So that's a pretty good equipment. If you're running equipments, that's a decent one. So I will play 1 or 2 constructed games here. You can decide what deck I'm going to use. These are all the decks that I have constructed. This is just a starter deck, but I added a couple new stuff. And this game will every so often there's challenges that are super easy, and they gave me this free deck. I haven't used it yet. It won't be as good as some of the decks that I've made, but anyone has a color that they would like to see. I have blue-black. This is kind of like artifact control-y deck. Mono green. This is like a giant dinosaurish beatdown deck. Hey, thanks, Ann. I appreciate it. Yeah. Sorry, no donations. Way to root against me today. I was rooting for you actually. Well, the only reason I don't want you to win is because I don't want you to have more wins than me. That's really it. Rainbow deck. I don't have any 5-color decks. I do not run any 5. I don't have any made. I would really have to look up an interesting way to construct one in this format. There is a card that let me show you this wizard. Oh, decks. There's no like super easy way just to go look at your card collection. You have to look at a deck, which is kind of questionable. This is probably my favorite deck, my Bulls deck. I'll show you a Planeswalker real quick. So here he is. As you can see, he doesn't have life or anything. That number down there in the bottom right is his life. He doesn't attack back, but these abilities, +2, +1, all keep adding to that. And like I said, that's his life total as well. So if they hit it, it reduces it by whatever their attack is. And if he dies, he dies. You can only have one of the Planeswalker on the board at the time. Like, I can only have one Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh out at the time. I can't have out another Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, but I can have out a Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, and this is this is an interesting creature that actually, if you read down there in his abilities for 7 mana, he will be exiled, which means that creature itself is completely removed from the game, and he turns into this Planeswalker version of Nicol Bolas, which is really good because his +2 makes him draw 2 cards. Nicol Bolas is hard to get to, and that's why he costs so much mana usually. The Planeswalker versions, but they're always really strong. So they're really fun cards. In actual Magic, there's this format called Commander, which is a 100-card deck. You can only run one of each card, except for lands. You can have as many basic lands as you want. But other cards you can only run one of, and you have a general. I'm not going to go super into the details, but I have a deck that doesn't run like creatures. It runs a bunch of planeswalkers. It's called Super Friends, which is pretty funny. It's all 5 colors. There is a wizard that can make a 5-color deck viable. This guy right here. So he costs 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white, and 1 colorless of any color. And he has the ability that makes it for any card in your deck, you can pay 1 of each color, and you can cast that card. So if I have a card that costs like Nicol Bolas here, he costs 7 mana total. Or if I had him out, I could just pay 1 of each color and I could play him. So you'd probably want to run this guy if you're running a 5-color deck, because he'll just make any card, no matter how much it costs, only cost 5, as long as it's 1 of each color. So I'll go ahead and try this deck out. It has a lot of dragons. It's mostly red. The colors overall are red, black, red, black, blue. Primarily dragons. It's a fun deck to play. We will play 1 competitive match, and then I will call it a day. Nope, not competitive. We just want competitive play. Hopefully I can win. Yeah, and like I said, I don't want you to get more wins than I had. That's primarily it. It's just my pride's on the line. And if you get another win in, then you'll have more wins than I did. And I would have to come up with new excuses like there are other newer players in our league, etc., etc. Anything that makes me sound not guilty. This is a decent starting hand. So this is a land that all it does is whenever I play it, I sacrifice it and go get any color land from my deck. We're gonna use that. Just gonna use it now because there's no reason not to. And we will get a swamp. The majority of my lands are mountains. I have several dual color lands in this deck. Oh. So he can make me discard a non-creature, non-land card. Oh, I did have a spell, I forgot. I was gonna say he wasted it. Well, not that he would know that he was wasting it, but he didn't anyway. Oh, so I'm gonna turn off the auto tap so I don't end up losing the game because of it, because that has happened before. Now I have to tap the lands myself. I'm gonna go 3. We're gonna play another one of these guys. This is a 3/2. It can't block, so all you do with it is attack. It has other uses in my deck, but you can pay 2 mana, 1 black, 1 colorless. If it's in my graveyard, I exile another creature in my graveyard, so there has to at least be another creature that's died at some point in my game or been put in the graveyard. And I can bring it from the graveyard into the battlefield again. We're going to pay our mana. We're going to attack, and we take a small lead. He's playing a mono black deck because of this land. I already know what deck he's playing. In Constructed, there's... yeah, I'm sorry if I'm going fast count. Oh, he just cleared my board. And I draw another one of these. We will go ahead and play this. 1, 2, just colorless. And I will bring this guy back out by exiling the other one that I have in my graveyard, because we don't need it. And I have 2 of these guys out again. We're going to run out of steam here real shortly, though. -3/-3 to all creatures. Okay. Well, that sucks for us. We're going to go ahead and bring this guy back out by sacrificing our other one. Yet again. And we are done. See, there's a spell. This gives you... He can tap 3 of his swamps to give him 1 black mana for every swamp he controls. Okay, he's going to exile my guy. So, there's a card called Hellfire Torment, is what I think it's called. And for every... It's like 2 black mana and X, which means he can spend any amount of mana on it. We keep drawing these. This is not good. Not really what we want to draw, but that's what we're getting. And it will... For every X mana that he pays, I can either sacrifice a creature or a non-land permanent, discard a card, or lose 3 life. So essentially what you want to do is you build up a shit ton of mana, and you hit somebody with that, and they lose all their life. I actually have nearly this exact same deck. He's running a couple cards that I don't, but I run this thing. This card's really good. Now I have to sacrifice my creature. Let's destroy an artifact, yeah. It's not. We are in trouble. I'm going to have to discard a card next turn. I need the blue in case I draw this. We're going to end our turn. I'm going to be discarding this dragon, which is a really good card, but... Oh, actually, no, I won't. I'm going to discard this. Because if I discard this dragon, his next turn, he gets to bring a creature from the... or a planeswalker from the graveyard back to the game. Which means he's going to take this guy, because I don't have any creatures that I can bring him back with. He doesn't have any dead creatures, so we're giving him some garbage. We will play... No, we won't. Not yet. We can play him next turn. And he gets my guy like I said he would. He had no other option for that. Reveals my hand and exile a non-land card. I'm going to go ahead and kill off his guy. And he's going to exile one of my creatures here. He's going to cast that creature to the Shadow Realm. Never to be seen again. Here goes my big dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which was a good idea for him because I would have been able to play it this turn. 1, 2, 3. So this guy's pretty good. He's a 3/3. He's got first strike. Whenever he comes into the battlefield, he deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. The reason it says each opponent is because there's game. All the cards are actual cards, and there's like multiplayer game formats. There's nothing in the arena yet. I hope they'll add it eventually. Adding a bunch of mana. I might get Hellfire Tormented here. It won't kill me, but it could do a lot. Or he might be playing a fatty. Who knows what he's up to. He's going to Hellfire Torment. So, 5 times 3 is 15. I can go down to 5. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to live life on the edge a little bit. The reason that you like to... Well, whenever you have multicolored decks, these are good because it lets you get whatever color land you need. But it also takes a land out of your deck. So, like, that counts as a land, like one of the lands that you run, and then these will count as one of the lands that you run. So overall, you're reducing the chance that you're going to draw a land when you don't really want to, like right now. This card's in my graveyard. That's the only reason that's floating right here. It's not like actually in my hand. What the heck does this do? Search your library for a card. Put it into your hand. Okay, so he can go get any card he wants from his deck and put it in his hand. He's going to get a Hellfire Torment, and he's going to kill me. So he's going to win this round 1 here. There is nothing I can draw that'll help me, especially a land. Alright, we are getting very unlucky with our land draws today, but it is what it is. I won a bunch of games off stream, and now that I'm on stream, that is just the way the world works. So he doesn't seem to have very many creatures. So we're gonna, like, this is that sideboard port that I talked about. I have 15 cards altogether. This represents how many of them are in my sideboard. Counter target non-creature spell might not be too bad. This lets me look at his hand and discard a non-creature. And he didn't play a single creature. Ditch this card. And discard this chick. I don't need her. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to add a counter? Counter would be good, just in case. We don't need Glory Bringer. It's got haste though. Ditch one. Banefire. Counter target non-creature spell. Alright. Round 2. Hopefully those cards help us, or we can kill them without needing them. We are certainly prepared for his type of deck, though. Alright, we can work with it. Not the best starting hand, but not the worst starting hand. This one comes in tap no matter what, so I might as well use it while we don't have any cards to play. Damn it! He's gonna make me discard one of my destroyed creature cards, which actually I should have ditched these. He's not running creatures. This card's pretty much useless. He can steal my creatures though, so I guess they're not 100% useless, but it is what it is. We'll see if he plays a creature. Oh, he's gonna make me discard my other one now. Alright, now there goes my creature. I have 3 lands. He has, and we're drawing just a bunch of land. Which I guess is okay, since he's making us discard all the card. Like, you can't make your opponent discard lands unless you play a card that's like, your opponent chooses to discard 2 cards. Like something like that. What does this do? Return a target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So he's got a creature of some sort. We got a Planeswalker. Planeswalkers are quite good against people who play control-y decks like he does. So we'll pay this for the colorless. Odds are we won't need it. 1, 2. Come on. A little bit of lag. He's gonna. So I get to choose one of his abilities. His ultimate is really good. I'll show you that in a second. But discard a card, and I get to draw a card. So this is probably useless. We're discarding it, and we're drawing a land. Go figure. But we're getting it out of the way. So he can add 2 mana of any color, but I can only spend it on dragons, which is the majority of my deck. Oh, he just exiled my guy. So he's gone. But I'll show you. If I got to 7 and then I get to use it, I get 4 5/5 dragons. So we're playing another land, and our turn's done. We have a kill creature spell yet again. We'll see if he makes us discard it or what he's going to do. Okay, we are exiling that card from our hand. Not bad. It's more useless shenanigans. Play this, because we have no other option, really. We are drawing like Poopy McPoopysons. To see what else he decides to do. He doesn't have very many basic swamps, so the special ability here is not helping him out a whole lot. He's getting any card he wants from his deck and putting it in his hand. I'm not sure what he will grab right here. He does not have a whole lot of mana for a Hellfire Torrent. Oh, I got Chandra. Hopefully he didn't go get a card to destroy another one of my Planeswalkers. So we're going to play colorless. 2, 3, 4.
I'm the best fire starter there is. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
That must have been a land then. Nope, it was the dragon. I couldn't afford him though. Alright, we're doing it. We finally hit him for some damage. Hopefully he doesn't exile my Planeswalker again. Alright, he's exiling my Planewalker again. Sucks for me. Oh, this is a good card. So this is a 5/5 dragon for 5. See, this is the type of cards that you don't ever get to see in drafts, but these are really good. Whenever he comes to the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to a creature or my opponent unless he discard or sacrifices a creature. He has no creatures to sacrifice, so he's just getting shot for 5 damage. Nothing he can do about it. And I'll have a 5/5 flyer on the board. Attack. Now, of course, there's a good chance that he has another kill spell of some sort in his hand to kill off my dragon. We will find out. What's this one do? Put a +1/+1 counter on one target creature. That creature becomes an artifact in addition to its type. Okay, so next round he destroys all non-artifact creatures, which this will actually, my guy will survive this, interestingly enough. 3 damage target creature, that's useless. But I get to get in some solid damage this turn before my guy dies. I kind of understand why he has this, just for the destroy all non-artifact creatures, but honestly, he has better options to run than this. This is not good for his deck. This would be better in like my black-blue artifact control deck that I have. The way this works is like, so you see the 1, that means on the first turn that it comes out, it does that. Then the 2, the second, at the start of his second turn, it does that effect, and at the start of his third turn, it'll use that effect. I'm okay with all my cards getting exiled from my graveyard. I mean, it'll stop this guy from being able to come back, because it'll get rid of my creatures that I can exile, but it's not that bad. What's he gonna do? 3. If he taps out, he's gonna Hellfire Torrent, which would be kind of dumb, because you don't have that much mana. What does this do? My turn, I lose 3 life unless I sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. We're okay with that. That's not bad. I have a card I can discard because this card's not doing anything for me. I'm cool with him. His turn being over. Just dropped my phone in the toilet and I'm not even drunk. Hopefully you weren't pooping. That's gross. Yep, that happens. I'll discard a card. I don't need that. If I could shoot him, we would have won. Oh, another another spell that only deals damage to creatures. Well, okay, he's got the kill spell. Alright, before he manages to exile my stuff, though, that means I get to play this guy. Yes. Black. Red. So our dragon that was dead earlier is gone now. And our turn's over. Now, thankfully, he hadn't started pissing at Yeah, that makes it a little better. Still toilet water, though. You're still forever poop hands now, Ninja Hunt. That's just the way it has to be. Alright, we have lethal on board. Resolve. We'll discard our card. Once again, not any help to us for a guy who doesn't have any creatures. A land, that sucks. Alright, we will attempt to attack him and kill him. If he doesn't have a kill spell, we win. He's got something. What's he got for me? Destroy target non-legendary creature. Alright. I don't have any creatures in my graveyard. Other than him. He can't exile himself. Okay, we are just hoping to draw something good. He just keeps on killing all our stuff. Why is there toilet paper in? Is that what he said? There was toilet paper in there, so it kind of fits. Yep, okay. I'm going to have to agree with Count Hustle. That is awkward to have toilet paper just floating around in your toilet if there's nothing in it. You got a Hellfire Torment me. That almost kills me. We are close to dying. How can I win? Can I shoot him for damage? Target creature or planeswalker. Draw 2 cards. Okay, I can draw 2 cards. Do I have enough mana? 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do not. That sucks. If I play him, I lose. Because this will make me lose 3 life. So, our turn's over. I have to discard my guy. I don't think I can... Unless you sacrifice his non-land perm. Okay, I could have played him and just did that. Not the biggest deal in the world, though. We'll discard. Draw. Ah, thank God. So this guy gets haste. I can pay 1 red to give him haste. So we should win right here, unless he has another kill spell. We're going to pay 1 red to give him haste. See what our opponent's got. And he's got the kill spell. Damn. Okay, we are going to play this guy so that add 1 of any color. Black. Red. So we can sacrifice this guy and not lose to his enchantment. It's a work toilet? Oh, you're at work? I don't know. Sounds like an awfully convenient cover-up, Ninja. Or should I say poop hands? Alright, we are sacrificing a non-land permanent so we don't lose the game. What am I drawing? I'm drawing a card to make him discard. There's a good chance that I have lost this. I hate you even more now. Discard. I draw a land. Turns over. Time at a surf station, the toilet was super high tech and I had no idea how to flush. Oh, he just used a bunch of mana. I'm probably dead. Turns out they're just standing there panicking because they didn't want to leave a toilet full of poop. Turns out it was behind the toilets. Oh, I lose. He got me. Discard a card. Well, I didn't win that either. Unlucky. Never lucky. Always lose, never win. Alright guys, that's Magic the Gathering. It's the best card game there is out there, in my opinion. And it has been around the longest compared to others. There's the amount that certain Magic cards are worth would probably blow your mind. There's the best card in the game, which is banned in every single format ever, so I'm not really sure why it's worth so much, but it's like worth like $10,000 or something. It's called the Black Lotus, from the very first set ever made. I mean, and that's totally outrageous, by the way, but that's what it's worth. Watch a documentary on it. Okay, well, thanks for coming by, guys. I appreciate it. I will call the stream here. I appreciate everybody coming out and wishing me a happy birthday. I hope everybody has a good night, and take care, everybody.